How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading whether the price is going up or down. Twitter suspends the AI trying to destroy humanity. ChaosGPT, an autonomous AI agent that is tasked to destroy humanity and then set loose to adapt and try to accomplish that goal, was foiled again this week after focusing its annihilation efforts on Twitter facilitating mind games. So they turned from going from nuclear war. We got all sorts of ads here. Going from nuclear war, the AI realized it's very difficult to get some nuclear weapons, so then it tried to manipulate people and try to get humanity to fight itself, which Twitter did not take a liking to, and they wound up demoting it and taking it off of Twitter for bad tweets. So, ChaosGPT has been shut down for now. Hopefully these efforts continue because this AI would be problematic. Ukraine declares intention to adopt Europe's MiCA regulations. Ukraine has announced its commitment to adopt the European Union's new regulation on MiCA, which aims to provide a clear and comprehensive legal framework for the European crypto industry. The European Parliament approved the MiCA on April 20th, and the new legislation will be implemented in 2025. It will cover crypto assets not currently regulated by existing financial service laws, targeting transparency, disclosure, authorization, and supervision of transactions for those issuing and trading crypto assets. The National Committee for Securities and Stock Market is involved in this. That's their acronym. Yokir Boyoko, I don't know where I got that from. A member of this group voiced his optimism that Ukraine would be the first nation to include this law as its national legislation. So Ukraine's going to be one of the first countries to adopt this MiCA, and they're in works with the USSMC. So that's very positive as a country is actually implementing these regulations and wants to go forward, and Ukraine has shown support in the past of cryptocurrencies. FBI received referral as sued YouTuber star fails to attend court. Bitboy Armstrong refused to attend court today. This article just says that now the lawyer turned it over to the FBI. Markowitz says he is fearful of this YouTuber and his followers because they could harm him, and this YouTuber was giving daily threats. But that has subsided now. He kind of posted a picture of him at the beach today because he has a video down here where he explains that he had an event where he had a bunch of people that paid for it that he had to go to that was pre-scheduled. So this court date came after that scheduling, so he could have been sued if he didn't show up, and he never received money for FTX promotions. Kind of like Ledger. When I talk about Ledger, I don't receive any money for that. I may get a thing if you click my referral link because that's a referral program through Ledger, but that's not Ledger reaching out to me specifically and giving me that. Anyone can do that. So that's kind of what he's done. He hasn't really taken any money, he says, and he's going to show up to court on the 24th. So everything should be resolved then. We'll kind of see what happens. So our Bitcoin dominance kind of fell away, didn't make that double top, and we just kind of slid ever since on the hourly. So I'm going to get rid of all this. Again, that's an example why not everything's 100, and we did say that Bitcoin was likely to slide, and if that's true, then dominance is going to come out. Could have a bit of a descending triangle on our dominance, so we could be set up for some more downside, unfortunately. This would be a very goofy triangle, but that would take us right around where I've been suggesting for the last few days. So, coincidentally, we have a pattern now. RSI is falling down, stochastic's falling down, our VWAP could curl away, our momentum's coming out, our money flow is holding its ground, so if our stochastic can curl away and our RSI holds, and our money flow can curl up, And VWAP may make a cross, and then we could see continued dominance and maybe break bullishly away from this descending triangle. Over on our altcoins, we are retesting our pattern, so if we can come back into it and then break out bullishly, that would invalidate it. Otherwise, if we come back into it, this could have been a fake out, then we get fake pump and then a manipulation dump. That is still in the cards for happening, especially since we have that CME gap on Bitcoin. We did bounce off the bottom of our point of control, kind of like I suggested we could, right around our point of control area, or we bounced off the bottom of our golden pocket, right up to our point of control, kind of like I suggested. So now the likely move would be us to start to fall away, hit our value area low, and if we break that, then we could be in for some trouble, where we could fill maybe this 20k gap that we have. There is like zero volume here, so if we do break this 25k and the 24.4 resistances or supports right now, then we could get a quick dump after that, so watch out for that. Over on the 4 hour, our stochastic's trying to run up, RSI's trying to run up, VWAP's trying to come up. Our money flow is attempting to come up, but it's kind of flattening out and tapering away, so watch out. Our momentum is kind of curling away after trying to get some relief upward. So like I said yesterday, we came up to this higher volume area. It's likely we could get rejected if we don't start getting some more green candles here and get some momentum. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic's starting to curl away. RSI is trying to run up because our stochastic was running so strong, but if it starts to fall really strongly, then the RSI may make a drastic fall. Our money flow is trying to come up into the bullish zone. Our VWAP is heading up, and our momentum is trying to come up bullishly, but it looks like it could curl off here. So I would watch out if we don't manage to get a strong bullish cross. If we get a weak one like right here, we could see some more downside. Over on the 1 hour, we are trying to come up. We're not quite as close as the 2 hour to crossing bullishly for our money flow. Our VWAP did curl away from the neutral, and it did try to head up, but it's kind of tapering off and didn't get too much movement. So that is cause for concern, as our medium time frame could curl over on our lowest time frame. Our RSI is starting to curl over. Our momentum is pretty high, so it's at a spot where it may start to curl here. Our stochastic is close to making a curl and getting lower highs, even though price is making higher highs. So that's a slight bearish divergence forming that could also bring us down as well. So over on dominance, nothing too exciting here, or not dominance, that's futures, nothing too exciting there. So on to graph, we're bouncing right off that bottom of the channel like I said we'd see. Not a genie, not a financial advisor. Don't have a crystal ball, so don't take all my calls. I could be wrong at any moment. Stochastic's running up, RSI's running up, momentum's running up. I'm just trying to see what I see and use previous trend analysis and apply that and explain how trend analysis could play out. That's basically what we're doing here. Our VWAP is going flip-flopping. We are trying to head back down. Money flow is bearish. Our momentum could curl over and start to come down, so we could get a bit of a rollover here, at which point, since we are in an up channel and we have hit it twice already, this could be where we break down if we're not careful. If we look at the daily though, that was for the 1 hour, so the 1 hour is not too fantastic here. 1 hour, our money flow is trying to curl up, VWAP's trying to curl up, stochastic's trying to curl up, RSI is trying to curl up, and our momentum is kind of losing that downwards momentum, so it could try to curl for some upwards momentum. I would be positive we'll have to kind of get past this resistance line that we have and break bullishly above it. Otherwise, if we hit this area and then fold under, then it's likely we'll see some more downside. But the 1 hour, we are not looking too strong. So the stochastic's running up, RSI is losing strength, VWAP's not very strong, money flow's not very strong, our momentum is curling upwards, so that's the only real positive we have with the stochastic, and the RSI pointing upwards. So if those can continue, maybe our money flow will come in if the lower time frames can kind of correct themselves. Stochastic's kind of rolling over here on the 2 hour though. Not the best look. RSI is trying to run up pretty strong, but it's about to lose some strength if that curl happens. Our money flow is in the bearish territory pretty decently, and our momentum looks like it could start to roll over after just peaking bullishly. You kind of can't see it because it's just behind this VWAP. That VWAP is running bullishly, but it's kind of flattening out around this 15 and not getting much momentum past there. So it's kind of topping out here. Again, that 1 hour we're looking like we could curl over, so be careful. So over on Anchor, we broke our value area low. Not sure why it looks black here. Must just be my screen or something. But we broke our value area low. Stochastic's trying to curl upwards. RSI is trying to head upwards. Our money flow is coming out pretty strongly. VWAP's trying to head up. Our momentum is somewhat kind of curling upwards. So we are looking like we could snap back above if we get some momentum here. We are looking pretty decently. But if this total market cap can't reclaim this trend and break bullishly above it, we won't really be in too good of a position here. So keep that in mind. Over on the 4 hour, our money flow, our candles are making a good bottom kind of signal. We do have a bit of an up channel. Could be an upwards triangle. So that could be some positive. Our stochastic's trying to run up. RSI is trying to run up. Money flow is kind of flat right around the 10 area. Can't really get much above that. Neither can our VWAP. Our momentum is trying to head up right now, so if our momentum can keep going, maybe our money flow will start coming in a bit stronger. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic's starting to kind of roll over. Our RSI is trying to head up. Money flow's overall heading up, but not very strong right now. We'll need it to get a bit more strong. Our momentum is coming up. VWAP is heading down, so our medium trend is heading downwards, so watch out for that. This could be where we kind of break as an upwards channel is a bearish pattern. Over on the 1 hour, our stochastic did have a bullish divergence, so you could pretty much say this played out. We could start to kind of dump away. We do have a slight bearish divergence forming as our stochastic's getting slightly lower as price is going higher. RSI is going to fold over. Stochastic's about to make a bearish cross. Momentum could fold over. And our money flow is struggling to become bullish. VWAP is struggling to stay bullish and looks like it could break at any moment. So Anchor's looking like we could get a bit of a relief after this bit of a pump here. Over on XRP, we got a little bit of a good pump to this support resistance area again. Money flow is trying to come up, momentum's coming down. RSI is trying to curl up, and our stochastic's got a weak cross that looks like it could fold already. So not looking too good. That's on the 1 hour here on XRP. Over on the daily, we are trying to make a bullish engulfing candle that could be a tweezer bottoms and set us up for some upside, but that 1 hour, sorry about that, but that 1 hour is going to have to recover. Our RSI is heading up, stochastic's trying to head up, momentum's trying to curl up, and our VWAP's trying to curl up. So if we can continue this momentum, that'd be good, but that 1 hour we're starting to lose momentum, so that's concerning. Stochastic's somewhat trying to roll over. RSI is kind of trying to head up, but it's tapering out. Money flow is kind of tapering out, and our VWAP is tapering out. Momentum looks like it could start to roll over here, so the 4 hours looking like we could give up our gains from today. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic's rolling over pretty strongly. RSI is trying to head up. Money flow is trying to head up. Our momentum's trying to head up, but it's trying to round off. Our VWAP's getting really close to breaking bearish. So we look like we're not too strong here. We're getting a reversal arrow that signals our trend could reverse. Our trend has been slightly upwards, so that could bring us down. Over on the 1 hour, stochastic's trying to make a bullish cross. RSI is trying to head up, but kind of weak. Our momentum's trying to curl. If we get a green dot and some momentum here, that would be good. Money flow is trying to cross, so we'll need that money flow to cross, VWAP to cross, stochastic cross, and that green dot. And then we may be set up for a decent move forwards. Otherwise, if we lose this zone, we'll start to fall away pretty violently most likely, and maybe hit this golden line we have. Last but not least, for algo, we're trying to make a tweezer bottoms here, so that could be setting us up for some more upside, so we might bounce to our point of control, kind of retest that area if we're able to break our value area low. RSI is trying to head up, Stochastic's trying to make a bullish cross, our money flow is trying to come up, VWAP's trying to come up, and our momentum's starting to curl. So we could get some upside here, kind of looking like XRP, but we'll have to kind of see if the market cap for our total can kind of propel forward. Our Stochastic's trying to make a cross up, doesn't really have much room to go, so if it just flutters around here, that'll give our RSI strength on the 4 hour here. Our money flow is getting close to trying to make a bullish cross, but it's kind of tapering out here, so we're going to need that to get some momentum. Momentum is heading up, VWAP's kind of flattening out, so that VWAP needs to get some more strength, and that VWAP momentum needs to continue upwards so we can see this money flow start to come in. Over on the 2 hour, our money flow is starting to fall away from that neutral zone after trying to come up near it, so that is cause for concern. Stochastic's starting to roll over, our RSI is starting to roll over, momentum's starting to roll over, and our VWAP is making lower highs and overall heading down. So we're looking pretty weak right now and not too good for a move upwards. Over on the 1 hour though, our money flow is bullish, so if this can maintain, then that could carry over. So that is a little hope of light here. Stochastic's falling away, making lower highs, but price is kind of flat. That's a little bit of a divergence here. RSI is trying to head up, momentum's trying to head up, but looks like it's in a zone where it could give up some of its gains. So we may retrace a little bit and then possibly head back up if Bitcoin can start to get some movement forward. But if Bitcoin and the altcoins start to taper away more, then that's not very likely to happen, and this could be just one big flag that we broke out of and then came back into. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.